What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have an Icarus week 101 update. This week they've added Hypatia II, the long-awaited Olympus version of Hypatia, where we add 21 operations to Olympus, as well as exotics respawning and extracting to all open worlds on all maps. We also got some huge news about deep veins next week and the progression of batteries, so much more. Let's get into it, shall we? Hypatia Part 2 for Olympus. This is where we add 21 new missions to Olympus as operations, and exotics will now spawn in open world and respawn with the meteor shower. Hypatia Part 2 is here, and now you can play 21 operations, which are previous missions, in open world in Olympus. They've also added exotic respawning in open world, with the new meteor shower event occurring every 3 hours and spawning new nodes, veins, voxels, and exotic plants in Prometheus. Notable improvements this week is open world selection screen now shows operations for Olympus and exotics for all 3 maps. They fixed the Desert Mammoth trophy not being the Desert Mammoth trophy when placed, and same thing for the Tusker, it was the Komodo. They fixed the Viscid only granting wolf kill experience by accident, and the encroachment extermination. They fixed Klon seeing incorrect kill requirements for the Great River, showing the objectives as complete when it wasn't. They added supply drop to deposit ingredients into rather than the same box to fix a bug where the box would clean up too fast, change the mission text to match. And improvements and fixes for Strange Harvest Research, Strange Harvest Bio Research. They also announced that you have Olympus Operations now, and Hypatia Part 2 is now here, which promises the Olympus Operations, 21 of them to be exact. They have been hand-selected as missions to best suit the Operations module and open world play, and they provide unique challenges that suit a more established prospect where you start off with higher tier gear. They also reorganized the Olympus missions, allowing for a smoother progression through the operations and allowing you to do more missions without having to repeat every scan mission when you've completed all the operations. This will also fully unlock all the Olympus missions as invisible prospects to play the traditional way. So once you unlock something in open world, you also unlock it looks like in missions. So once you bring up the open world missions and outpost screen and you click on new, you'll notice that it still hasn't been updated here. It says no exotics and no red exotics for open world. Unfortunately, I guess they kind of missed that. And in open world, it does mention it here, says that you can get exotics now, but says there's no missions, but says there are operations. So operations are the missions for open world. There's not 21 new missions, there's just missions available in open world now, and they're called operations. So you're going to be able to see operations now in your contact device for your open worlds. And once you click on the operations, you'll see the missions that you complete. And there's quite a few of them that you can and cannot complete. The ones that are X'd off, you cannot complete. The ones that you have with the blue means you have to have the tier 3 upgrade for contact. And the purple ones, of course, being the tier 4 upgrades. Kind of gave you guys a sneak peek of that last week, so we're not going to go over it too much in depth, but you can now click on the operations once you upgrade them and start doing operations in open world for Olympus now. And of course, you'll get whatever reward it is for that operation, whether it be random exotics or an unlock or whatever. This week also adds the new exotic respawning and meteor showers, and you can see a animation right here. We'll show you the full animation, and that's what it looks like whenever a meteor actually strikes the ground. I've yet to see this, and it's kind of rare. You have to be kind of near it to see it, but maybe we'll get to see it tonight. We'll see. What this basically means is that exotics will respawn in open world every 3 hours, and that will only trigger if you have fully extracted an exotic deposit within that time frame. So if you haven't extracted anything, you won't see meteor events. If you have extracted something within that 3-hour time frame, you'll see a meteor shower and event. You'll see something pop up on your screen, and it'll tell you that the exotic respawning has begun. Oh, there's the meteor event. Showers incoming. Oh, didn't see one. And this also means that radar scans are redone, so you actually can scan in open world to find the exotics and then use the extractors to extract them. The radar scans will reset or delete off of your map once the event starts and finishes. And also has been stated that regardless of whether the meteor shower happens or not, every 3 hours, exotic plants, or the rare exotic plants that we've seen in our Red Exotics video on Prometheus prospects, have a chance to spawn. And geysers have their completion numbers reset, allowing you to gather exotics again. So the exotics in geysers reset, the exotics on the map reset every 3 hours if you extracted. Plants reset every 3 hours no matter what on Prometheus, the rare exotic plants. And of course all the node voxels as well respawn. So we just finished extracting on this open world just now, and we got some decent exotics here from doing so. We'll show you the exact amount. And it looks like we got about 220 exotics for this one vein. We're going to go ahead and deliver that to station. And we're going to go ahead and start up some more and extract another vein. They also mentioned that they're making much progress on their batteries, and they just need to tweak some settings here and there for brownouts and other network flows. They've also allowed for variable flow rates and crafting to still occur when you are lacking adequate power supply, but at a reduced rate of speed, which is pretty cool. They're also putting in a system that allows players to debug networks in-game, either using tools in-world or having a unique UI, which is pretty cool. And they want to mention every week they're going to be working on performance, even though they may not put it in the main patch notes, it is in the detailed changelog below. And they're working on maybe changing the way that caves spawn and working on stutters from across the map, even though it is in very early stages of testing. And it looks like they may be taking a look at the patching, as the patch sizes and download sizes are kind of crazy, and sometimes people have lengthy updates, which I do personally. And the reason that is because of the way the Unreal Engine packages build and how Steam wants to unpack them. But they are currently working on that as well, so they're working on performance every single week. And huge news next week, deep vein ore types. We're getting different deep vein ore types available next week. In the past, it was limited to lower tier resources, and next week they'll be releasing the full list of all the new resources that can be gathered, which makes it sound quite interesting. There may be more resources just than the ones that were missing, maybe even the new ones, like Scurry and stuff. They also mentioned that you may see some respawning voxels as they're changing the way that resources are set up, and some voxels, trees, and plants in various areas of the maps may respawn. If there are any issues, please make sure to report them in the future upvote. Hypatia II brings a changelog for you. Hypatia merge in the new content section, enabling operations and exotic respawning in open world, and exotic respawns are exhausted. They will no longer show up on any future radar scans. So basically we got exotic respawning and the operations we just mentioned. In the fixed section, we're going to skim over that. Looks like it may be working on some audio events. There's just some small changes here and there. I haven't seen nothing really important yet. And of course you unlock Beachhead by default, allowing players to jump straight into Olympus Operations. And you now get exotic rewards on open world from vapor condensers. So they doubled the exotic voxel spawn rate, as it was still not frequent enough for players to find. And that's really it for that section. We're going to skim over the future content. Looks like we may be getting the Scorpion crossbow and adding screen shake to meteor impact. So there is a meteor impact, we just weren't able to record it yet. And mounts can now slowly rotate towards their objective target direction, and you may be able to put mounts on wanders soon. They added a text for the biolab, weapon components, and weapons. When the meteor showers occur, they do not clean up exhausted meta deposits that still have an extractor attached. Scorpion rifle, biolab attachments, and biolab attachments are a meta item. Biolab inhalers. And that's it for this changelog. Kind of a small update, but then again we got 21 operations, so thank you, late night crew. Thank you KHX, Sergio, Wolfie, Sandy, Silver, John, EMC2, Rodnob, Novocaine, Aaron, Hong Po, Steady Bob, Jim K72, and Kristen. Thank you so much for being part of the late night crew and for supporting the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's it for this video. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing will get you Icarus content and update videos just like this one. We will be streaming at 10 p.m. this week, everyone. So 10 p.m. we will be streaming Ark Survival Ascended Saturday, and we'll be doing Icarus this Friday at 10 p.m. Hope to see you then, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Peace.